If you're seeing this video right now, that means the rumor of a state of play announcement has come to fruition, and on the next day the event will take place, or as long as it's before Summer Game Fest. You're probably wondering what is the purpose of this video. This is going to be about all the rumors involving Resident Evil 9 so people can get a recap of what is out there as of right now. That is making a big buzz in the Resident Evil community. The rumors that I will be talking about are the ones that have remained afloat and briefly mentioning past ones that were going around at the time of when Resident Evil 4 Remake was cooking up. All of this is going to be from sides of multiple parties as well, so you'll get an idea of what each person is saying. So before we get into this video, I want to clarify that none of these are leaks whatsoever because there is no substantial proof to support them. There is also a chance that these could all be fake and I could be wasting your time right now. I usually don't like this saying, but take everything in this video with a grain of salt. Also, be sure to leave a like as well. Now, let's get into it. The first batch of rumors that I vividly remember was when a 4chan posted about RE9 details surfaced, saying the enemies of the game were Wendigo and Skinwalker like monsters tackling the mythological standpoint of creatures in an RE game. This got a lot of big buzz because this was the first batch of stuff that surfaced for RE9, also mentioning things like the 9th moon phase and the game taking place in a dark forest, with a female merchant to help you out. After I did a lot of digging and researching, I found out that the claims made in that post had no source to back up their talk. I'll link the video in the description so you guys can get a full scoop of what transpired then. But once RE4 Remake was announced, those rumors died down really fast. And once the release of the remake happened, more rumors were floating around more than ever before. The first prominent character in this video has finally made his appearance, that being Dusk Golem, who I'm sure is a very polarizing figure in the RE community. His first take on the rumors were this. Also, I will quickly mention that there was another rumor saying Chris, Jill, and Claire were the main protagonists in RE9, but those were pushed aside like crazy, and the source never came forward no matter how much I tried to dig up info. A closing chapter for a few things, both a closing and beginning. New story arcs to come after RE9, takes the series to new directions, the highest budget in RE history, in development since 2018, longest development cycle yet, to be announced in 2024, won't release till 2025 at the earliest. Originally, it was from a Reddit thread, and the Dusk Golem said those things about RE9, so we don't know if multiple people were claiming that or Dusk was trying to steal the spotlight, but who knows. The next thing he said was an open world feature was going to be one of, if not the main aspects of the game, saying this in March of 2024. Claiming that RE9 was going to share similar DNA, quote-unquote, with Dragon's Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds while preserving franchise identity, he says. Not too long after, he said that RE9 may have been delayed while also claiming that another RE game was going to be announced before RE9, but he backtracked saying the game was going to launch in January of 2025 with 7 years in development. The next thing was the setting was going to be on an island inspired by Singapore while having a fictional rural town. Dusk was saying a lot of things and I don't think that's half of it yet. PlayAsia also weirdly decided to upload this AI-generated image of an RE9 cover calling it Revenant Shadows, which sounds like the dorkiest RE title I could ever hear. On September of 2024, Lunatic Ignis started to make some noise in the gaming community saying that an RE9 announcement was imminent. Time was able to tell if he was right or wrong, and we all know what happened. The next batch came from a newcomer, Ludus Fix, and also BHD Declassified if we want to throw them in there too, or if it's just one person, but primarily it was from Lewis Fix saying all of this. Jill and Leon are the leads. Chris and Barry are supporting casts. Jill dresses tactically like RE5 DLC Lost in Nightmares. Leon is dressed like Resident Evil Damnation. Jill looks like her face model in RE Death Island, and Leon obviously looks much older. The story is set 4 years after Resident Evil Village. Jill from BSA and Leon from DSO investigate an island where the company who created Evelyn is based. The company is creating mass clones of Evelyn with the Megamycete. Chris and Barry will support Jill and Leon via radio calls like Hunnigan. Rosemary Winters is mentioned. Rosemary's blood is used to create a vaccine for the island residents. Jill and Leon will be infected with the Megamycete. Blue Umbrella returns. Resident Evil 9 will conclude RE7 and Village Megamycete storyline. Locations set on island, abandoned hospital, caves, abandoned houses, dark forest, abandoned factory, laboratory, and temple. Enemies were things like evolved zombies like the Ganados in Resident Evil 4, and they can use melee weapons. Enemies worship the moon and have moon tattoos on their arms. They also sing to the moon while looking out to the sea. Stalker enemies return. Leon will be stalked by a constant enemy. Jill will be attacked by the Goat Man. Main villain is called Mr. Simon. Playtests conducted in April and September. Jill's abandoned hospital section was playtested in April and Leon's island section was in September. Ignis came back claiming that RE9 was going to be announced at the Game Awards or whatever other event happened in December. Let's just say this will be the last time we hear from him because he looks like a complete fraud now. To start January 2025, Dusk said something that got a lot of people going, saying that Leon was the main protagonist and Jill was only a part of early drafts in the games, but won't have a meaningful role. Later on in March, Dusk returned again saying that RE9 will be a new invention of the franchise. that's being similar to how RE4 Original and RE7 were. Plays differently from recent games and could be revealed this year. Last month on May 13th, he returned once again to say this: "It is 100% going to be revealed this year and released in 2026. Reveal may take place at Summer Games Fest or the Game Awards." Also, Andy from Screensave or Screenfire Germany, whichever one was primarily the one saying it, with Dusk firmly believing him, while also downplaying the Ludus Fix and BHD rumors saying they were complete BS. Now you're probably wondering, where has Ludus Fix been in this entire thing? Well, he did come back to say this, and thankfully, someone sent me a screenshot of this because he deleted a week later or a couple days after. As many of you know, I have some contacts in the marketing sector, and here's what I've heard. Game reveal timing. The game is set to be announced in June during a state of play. My source was very clear and confident about this. Because of that, I don't think the game will be revealed at Summer Game Fest. The first trailer is already finished. It's very atmospheric and only features Leon. However, my contact assured me that Jill is still part of the project, as her name appears in the descriptions of licensed merchandise currently being approved. Since then, there is now a rumor from a reliable source that a PlayStation State of Play is happening. I'm recording this video the day the rumor hit, and like I said, if you see this video, the rumor was true and the State of Play is not far away one bit. Also, another thing I would like to recap before I get into the last thing Dusk Golem has said. Ever since the death of E3, this involves RE3 Remake, 8, and 4 Remake, all of those games have been revealed at a PlayStation event. Both the remakes on a State of Play and RE8 being at a PS5 showcase. I could be wrong about that. Now, let's get into the last thing Dusk has said. The final version of RE9. Not set in Singapore, single player not co-op, third person, more horror than action, gothic and witchy atmosphere / vibes, open areas like other RE games, not sandbox / open world, one campaign. Leon is still the main character. Leon isn't the only playable character. Jill plays no major role in the final game. The conclusion of Leon's trilogy RE2+4, weirdly how they just undermine RE6, won't play like other Resident Evil games. A reinvention of the series once again. Looks at the roots to evolve from RE1. Different ways than RE7 did. Substantial evolution of RE formula. Really ambitious project. Reanalyze series core elements. RE engine tech from Dragon's Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter Wilds. Biggest budget of any RE. 9 years development by launch. Push above series expectations. Puts RE in leading position in horror. A conclusion game. Ends the story that started with RE1/0. Opens new beginnings for the future. 95% likely to be revealed at Summer Game Fest. Series future. Series may drop numbering after RE9. Reason being to focus on telling different stories in the universe without being tied to one main entry. That feels like speculation in my opinion. Original version of RE9. Started dev in 2017. Greenlit as the opposite of RE7. Initially labeled RE8 rather than RE9. Capcom didn't want a huge release gap, so it became RE9 around 2019. Original version of RE9 was open world co-op. Set on a fictional Singapore island. Jill Valentine was a co-op partner. Scrapped in 2020 to 2021. All of that being from Dusk Golem. To put it very lightly, Dusk Golem has been the one that is saying the most. You guys have the free will to believe anybody you want. I can express my opinion on anybody that has said something about this game, but I'd rather let Capcom and RE9 itself prove whoever is right or wrong. In my honest opinion, I think a lot of credibility is on the line, and it's been covered more than ever before. Ludus Fix, BHD Declassified, Dusk Golem, they're all in there saying something about this game, and eventually time will tell who's right or wrong. The most I can say is I'm excited for RE9, and where do I hope for it to be revealed is at the PlayStation State of Play. So I have the best ability to lock in on content to deliver to you guys. If RE9 is not at any of these events, it's going to look bad on everyone that has uploaded videos talking about these rumors, and that does include myself and the self-claimed insiders too. I'll be uploading some other content regardless. But either way, that is the most buzzing rumors about Resident Evil 9. Like I said, you have all the freedom to believe who you want to believe. I'm just somebody who is recapping these rumors for people to know what is floating around and whatnot. I hope this State of Play delivers RE9, but if it doesn't, we have Summer Game Fest to fall back on. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like on it to help it reach the YouTube algorithm, and subscribe for more content like this in the near future. And as always, I'll catch you guys on my next video. Peace out, and much love.